Hi, and welcome to our Tuesday live leadership chat. Today, I'm talking about the power of curiosity and how it can actually transform our conversations. As humans, we generally don't seem to kind of know what to do with curiosity. You know, statements like, I know exactly what you mean. It's like when how many times have we kind of heard that before? Just when we're starting to share something important with somebody, they kind of chime in with this statement. You know, maybe the other person does know, but maybe they don't. You know, the heart and the desire of this sort of statement is that we actually want to connect and we want to understand others, we want to relate, and yet it's really easy to fill in the gaps and become someone who's actually not listening at all. We're listening to talk rather than listening for the other person. We think we know, and so we make assumptions, or we try and ask questions that actually confirm our thoughts or our beliefs. In coaching, this is actually a surefire way to fail to serve our clients or our coachees well, because coaching is actually not about us. It is totally about the coachee and the person that's on the other side of the table or the Zoom call. My name's Kylie Butler, and I'm a part of Christian Coaching Institute, which is Australia's leading Christian coaching organisation. And we've been coaching and training leaders in coaching for over 10 years now. One of my favourite cartoons growing up was Curious George. Anyone else love that one? Curious George is about a little monkey that has this insatiable curiosity, who loves to discover and find new things, to touch things and discover them. Everything is new to George and worth investigating. In coaching, being curious is actually a good thing, as well as Curious George, although he seems to get himself in trouble most of the time. Because actually curiosity in coaching means that the coach is willing to inhabit the space of not knowing, really partnering with the coachee to discover and to be able to move forward. Now, let me just clarify for a moment. I'm not talking about the type of curiosity of like a news reporter where we're trying to source all of the details out of the person, or like the latest gossip and we're trying to figure everything out or discover everything interesting that we can about the coachee. It's the type of curiosity that is coachee-centered. As coaches or leaders using coaching skills, we need to show a positive and coachee-centered kind of curiosity. Good coaches think, that's interesting. I just wonder where this is going today. The enemy of curiosity is actually judgment. Judgment says, I know where this is going. And it's not that our judgments are necessarily negative, as in, I know what this is and it's bad. Judgment can also be positive, but it can be just as detrimental to the coaching session, because judging shuts down the learning process. Curiosity opens up learning. Let me just have a little bit of an example for a moment. So imagine your coachee shares that her son has actually decided to drop out of school. A coach with a judgment mindset will think, oh, wow, that's bad. I bet that she will be really upset, and then ask, well, what can you do to change his mind? However, a coach with a curious mindset will ask something more like, I wonder what the coachee thinks or feels about that, and then asks, what do you think of that? Or think back to when he first told you that he was dropping out of school, and what was your first thought? And how are you thinking about that now? The judging coach assumes that the issue and then races to tackle with it. Meanwhile, the curious coach invites the coachee to explore a little further. Curiosity might seem to slow the conversation down at first, but in the long run, it actually speeds things up. By starting slow, we invite the coachee to get to the heart of things first, and then act based on what the real issue is. The judging mindset goes fast first and then gets bogged down because they tend to specialize in quickly addressing, but they're addressing the wrong issue. So some curiosity questions might be as simple as, what's possible? could you do? What are you learning? Tell me more. I'm curious about what you did. How'd that go for you? Tell me some examples. Curiosity in coaching is a key skill for leaders. If you're interested in actually having better conversations with your team, why not complete our 6-week self-paced online course? This one is available all of the time. I'll pop a link in the comments below. But for the month of June, and June ends today, it is June 30th. Can you believe it? But for June 30, today, you can get a 10% discount by using the code Tuesday, as in the day, Tuesday. The course starts whenever you want it to. It never ends. It is completely self-paced. So you decide when you start, you decide when you finish. And then after enrolling, you have unlimited access to the course for as long as you like across any of your devices. But for the month of June, and today being the last day of June, you get a 10% discount using the code Tuesday. So what have we talked about today? Today we've talked around the importance of curiosity. And curiosity is a posture in coaching. In coaching, curiosity is a good thing because it means that the coach is willing to inhabit the space of not knowing, really partnering with the coachee to discover and move forward. Why not try curiosity coaching with your team today, or maybe this week? And we love to hear how you go. All right, great to chat to you today. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.